All right, everybody, welcome to Late Night Gun Chat. Sorry, I got a cough drop in my mouth still. Anyway, been a few weeks. We've been really sick in my house. I've had this crud that it's like COVID with a cough, but no other symptoms. It's been really weird. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you're all doing well, and hopefully y'all haven't missed me too much. But see who's in the chat tonight. Dan O'Neill, 67 Rebel, SST AMC, Scott Leeper with the right name. Hi, Chuck. Alaska One Andy, Reloading Weatherby's here. Dan O'Neill again, got the wood stove fired up, 33 degrees at the lake. Oh, well, that's about 45 degrees warmer than it is here, buddy. So we're in the teens, negative ones, if you will. It was -4 when I pulled up at the house, and it's getting colder. Cosmic Squirrel, what's up? Reloading Weatherby, yes, I'll email you a new link. Give me a second here. If you haven't joined my arms directory page, that's where we're going to put most of our links. MeWe is starting to get a little anti-gun, so when they finally kick us off, I've got the arms directory page. Let's see. There you go, Reloading Weatherby. All right, it's sent. All right. Keith Gregory, what's up? Good evening, Hunter Kirk. Bush Bunker, what's up? KGB, how you doing? Interesting name. Got a Patriot as a symbol and KGB. That's pretty cool. Did you see my new M1A loaded yet? No, I have not. Sorry. Who's your senator? Dan Sullivan and unfortunately Lisa Murkowski, more than likely. It's not been announced yet. What that? Am I in Alaska? Geez, just like that. Yeah. There you go. Bald and Curious, what's up, man? How you doing? So, all right. So, yeah. Whoever stole my Instagram account, I am pissed at them. It's not me. I'm not an Instagram scammer. Somebody stole my account. My new account's the Real Alaskan Ballistics. I can't get it back because Instagram has been piss poor in customer service. Absolutely piss poor. So that's that. All right, let me get you set up there, Austin. Yeah, I don't know what to do to get my Instagram account back. No clue. Sorry, just keep reporting that guy. There we go. I'm almost done with Instagram. Yeah. Heard that. Is it cold in Alaska? It's not real cold yet. It's about -7, -8 out there. Typical November. Typical end of November. Especially where we live. It was about -2 in Anchorage this morning, I think. So. Anyway, so if y'all don't know how Late Night Gun Chat works, you guys ask questions. We'll give you the best answer that we have. It's generally worth exactly what you pay for it. All right, what's up, Reloading Weatherby?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just good.
Good.
So you finally shot your 257 Weatherby, huh?
Yeah, I was breaking in the barrel.
Cool.
Shoots like a dream.
You should shoot that 87 grain Full Metal Jacket against body armor. That'd be great.
Yeah. I was just shooting 100 grain bullets. Weren't going very fast, but it's like no
Yeah,
recoil.
just breaking in the barrel. There you go. It's 67 here today. Tactical Federation says, "Hey, bud, if you leave booze outside, will it freeze?" That's a good question. I don't leave booze outside, so I don't know. So, do you hear much about crab up there? No. I mean, people love it. There's a lot of good crab fishing and stuff, but I don't do any of it. I'm not in that area. You got to remember that crab fishing is as far, what is it? Dutch Harbor is as far away from me as like Dan, like I don't know, Los Angeles is to you. It's like that's how big Alaska is. So maybe not Los Angeles, maybe like I don't know, Santa Fe or something like that. I don't know. So my favorite is the 257 Weatherby.
I think it's going to become one of my new favorites.
There you go. They canceled the king crab, Dan O'Neill. I live in Dutch Harbor. Did they cancel all the king crab fishing? That's weird. I have not heard about this. So, anyway. Good question for you, Austin.
Yeah, they still make a 460. I went to the Weatherby headquarters and saw them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, except Brown Long Line has been canceled for 3 years now. That's weird. Is it a population thing? There's just not enough crab there anymore, or what? Anyway, yeah, the 460 Magnum. That's like, other than getting into the nitros or 50 B&G, that's like the most powerful round you can buy, right? That's got regular.
For a long time, it was the most not most popular. It was the most powerful factory offered cartridge.
Yeah.
Until like the 700 Nitro Express.
Yeah.
And obviously the 50 B&G.
Yeah, 50 B&G, but 50 B&G didn't become commercially available until the Barrett came out. So
yeah.
By the way,
it has over 7,000 foot-pounds of energy.
Mm-hmm. Classic Firearms is giving away a Barrett right now, and if you'll go on my MeWe page and click my entrance, my entrance and enter through my link, I'll get credit for you guys entering through my link. I need that for the channel, guys. I can't afford one, so we just bought a truck, so I definitely can't afford one. That could be a lot of new guns for a while. So,
what kind of truck did you get?
Toyota Tundra. So,
what year?
2017.
Nice,
pretty good. TRD off-road package. It had 76,000 miles. Crew cab, because I got crew now, and the inside of crew cab on those is just spacious. It's huge. Yeah. I can put babies in the back seat. My wife and I can make babies in the back seat. It's great. Anyway, so it is what it is. So no, but Alaska's going broke. Alaska's been a purple state for a long time. I don't know what. Yeah, it's crazy. They're claiming climate change, but my friends say it's because of the pollution. Yeah. Yeah, 257 Weatherby works great on antelope. I bet it does. But the right bullet, 100 grain TTSX in that, or the new 109 grain, is it? LRX?
101. 101.
101?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put that LRX in there. Not anything in North America you want to with that.
A lot of people have said they've taken elk with the 257. So
there's a lot of people up here that hunt moose with the 25-06. So
yeah.
Tundras are real nice, but a real man drives a Ram. A real man wouldn't buy a car that the government owns most of the shares of. That's a commie car, dude. You have a commie truck. Okay.
And that Tundra is going to last a lot longer than his Ram.
Oh yeah, and it's more made in America than a Ram is. I mean, the most American-made car by parts and labor is the Toyota Camry. It's a fact. You can go look it up. Everything else is there. Yeah. What's up, Big E? Sarah Palin was pissed at the R that didn't drop out. She lost, and I heard Lisa won. It wouldn't have mattered if he dropped out or not. He would have still been on the ballot. I voted for him anyway over her. So, all right, he's a better candidate. So, yeah, it was screwed up. We're trying to fix it. If I move up to AK, what is the best way to ship up ammo? You and your truck go on the ferry. Like, I'm serious. That's the only way. Like, if you've got tons of ammo cans like I do, full of ammo, you and your truck go on the ferry. And make sure it's the ferry that does not stop in Vancouver. There you go. All right, good question. KGB, any recommendations for quality 300 Win Mag ammo? Recently got a Bergara B14 HMR in 300 Win Mag. Well, what are you trying to do with it? Is it for accuracy? I mean, I think True Shot Gun Club has some match ammo right now, 190 grain match. That's basically what the HMRs are designed for, the match grade ammo and bullet weight in there. I'm shooting out of my 300 Win Mag 190 grain Barnes LRX factory load. I got some hand loads for it, but I'm just doing the factory load for now. Yeah. So that's what it does. So, yeah. Bring it with you and then bring the ferry up. That's the best way. My Honda Shadow 1100 has more American made parts in it than a Harley does. Harley Dowels. Yeah, I bet that. There you go. At least for the Camry sold here. That's true. They do have other plants in the world. So, Nosler Barnes, TTLRS, RLRX, Nosler petitions or Accubons. Accubon long ranges. Accubons won't open up if they go slow enough. But yeah, there's that. Tundra can't carry over a ton and haul 15,000 pounds. I've carried over a ton in mine, my old one. So, yeah, and yours can't last 200,000 miles. So, I'm not in it for the towing and the hauling. It's a family vehicle that I'm going to take hunting occasionally, man. I'm not in it for towing and hauling stuff. If I was, I would buy a Dodge though, because in a 2500, nothing on that thing is Dodge. It's all Cummins. So, like, that's that. Who the hell moves to Alaska? Vacation for a week at best. LOL, too cold. Well, once you quit driving that pussy Ram and, decide to man up, Bald and Curious, you can come to Alaska and live here. So, just saying. Tundra can haul the space shuttle. So, your point? Yeah, that's a good point. Tundra hauled the space shuttle. That's way over 15,000 pounds. So, that was a highly modified Tundra. So, let's get that. I'm looking for long range accuracy, 1,000 yards or so. Yeah, I would start with your 190 grain, bullets. I mean, for accuracy, the Precision Hunter ELDX stuff is pretty darn accurate. I mean, it's a terrible hunting bullet up close, and
if you're just shooting, you're just shooting target, the Federal now makes factory ammo with the 215 burger, and that's going at a decent velocity. And I hear those 215 burgers are pretty darn good. So. For target shooting.
Oh, yes, you can make a living building houses in Alaska. A lot of people do it. And you can have your freedom, too. You don't live in that New Jersey commie state. Evening Ghost Tactical, what's up? And in the summer, when it gets hot on the East Coast, man, joke's on you. It's never had a better summer than Alaska, except when it rains for 2 months straight. But there's that. So Ghost. I'm a Toyota fan. That commercial is kind of fake news. Chevrolet pulled a Boeing 747, which weighs more in the commercial for their 1979 model pickup. Yeah, I mean, a Boeing 747 does weigh more. It's actually a bigger vehicle, much bigger vehicle. Space shuttle is huge, but it's not, for a spaceship, it is huge. But, spaceships are all about weight. That, that rocket equation is not very fond of you pushing more weight, because it takes more weight and it takes more fuel to push that weight, and more fuel to push the extra weight of the fuel to push that weight. So that's how it is. I mean, it is what it is. I can't even see 1,000 yards. Well, that's something you need to work on, buddy. All right. So, I mean, seriously, I mean, you get a rangefinder, pair of binoculars, work on that. So, yeah, 190 grain gold medal match. It's okay. Yeah. So KGB, I'll put up on my MeWe page some true. So after the chat is done, a link to what True Shot Gun Club. They had that. I'll put it up there. If you order from them, I get a kick through my affiliate links. But you know, if you don't order from them, that's okay too. But you know, just find what you want. That's the main thing. But I think they had some in there. Go check it out. Vehicle inventory 78 FJ40 Land Cruiser. There you go. Tundra LX 450 with lockers. There you go. New Jersey still has commie gun laws. So there you go. 200,000 miles and you still had $8,000 for it, man. I have a Chevy 1500 Crew Cab V8, drives great. There you go. All right, let's talk about guns. Good. What's everybody's concealed carry? I typically can concealed carry my Glock 19, my Glock 29, or my Shield M&P 40. M&P Gen 1 Shield 40. So yeah, you should be good to use coated hardcast in a Seg X10. I would go 200 grain, not 220 grain, but that's just me. You should be good to use it. I don't know if it has polygonal rifling or traditional rifling, but it shouldn't matter with coated hardcast. So I shoot coated hardcast all the time out of my stock Glocks. All right, got a G27. That's good. Good choice. Today, it's been the Beretta APX. Switch back and forth with that. Walther PPQ SC, Canik TP9 SF Elite. If you haven't joined Ghost Channel, go join Ghost Channel and go subscribe to him. He's got a lot of good stuff. Just saw a link from the 2A lawyer on YouTube. Guess a recent decision is going to make suppressors available to all. Yeah, that'd be good. I know you have a threaded KKM for the G40, but what was the speed difference you found between the OEM and the KKM? And do you have a non-threaded KKM 6-inch G40? No, I just have the original and the 6.5-inch threaded. And got the gun in my hand right now. I just can't show it on YouTube. And it's unloaded YouTube. I'm being safe with it. In general, 40 to 70 feet per second difference in general. There's sometimes some loads it's 100. And that includes switching the spring from the original factory spring to the 22-pound NDZ steel guide rod spring. So if you're switching both of those, it makes a difference because that makes the lockup tighter. And so you don't lose any pressure out the back when the round is feeding due to very good dwell time. So all that being said, yeah, there are a lot of ammo. There's hardly any difference. And, you know, Dan O'Neill's in here. He's been hogging me like, I don't need to spend the money to get a KKM. There's hardly any difference. And he might be right. But, you know, there's also a much better difference in the quality of the brass afterwards. There's no bulge because of the supported chamber is, you know, the KKM supports the chamber a lot better and those kinds of things. So I would say, yeah, is it worth it? Yes, mainly because of the safety of the better supported chamber. Is it worth it just because of velocity? That's a personal decision. I like the velocity. You can get a 7-inch non-threaded barrel for it too. So if you're looking for the extra velocity, I get the 7-inch. The 9-inch Lone Wolf makes a 9-inch, but not KKM, and that's that. So. All right. Cool. Today's Beretta is the APX. Yeah, we got there. F09 CC Edge. That's a good one. Jury's still out if it's going to be CCW, but I love my 320 X Carry, there you go, and X Macro. X Macro is a nice gun. Best use for my 1895 4570 Alaska. I run Hornady 325 FDX. Okay, so first of all, the best use for that in Alaska is for bear protection and short range moose and bear hunting. And you want to throw that ammo away because it on a bear, which is much tougher than a deer. All right. Think of a bear as a cross between an elk and a hog, combined together. They're very tough animals. That bullet will expand too quickly. It acts like a ballistic tip, and it just, it acts like any other non-bonded ballistic tip, and expands too quickly, and is not going to do what you need to do. You want to go to hard cast. You want it to be able to penetrate all the way through. Flat nose hard cast is the way to go. So Barnes X is not a bad way to go, but flat nose hard cast is a good way to go. What do you think, Austin?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the 45 caliber bullets. That the FTX is not a monolithic bullet, I'm guessing.
No, well, they make a FTX mono for California now because of the laws there, and it's not. I haven't tried it yet. I need to get next time I see a box, I'll need to pick that up and do a video on it. But the regular FTX, it'll break apart too apart. I think Chook shot a bear with one, and it took several shots to actually get it to penetrate and not hit a rib and all this other stuff. So is what it is.
Yeah, I'd just go monolithic bullet.
Yeah, I just go. Yeah, copper solid would be a great one too. I go between my Glock 26 in winter to my 19X or Judge in the winter. For 2 legs, for 4 legs, it's the Glock 40 or the Ruger 460. There you go. Ruger makes a 460. Smith & Wesson, I know, makes a 460 Magnum. Ruger makes one. I didn't think they made one.
I haven't heard of it.
And maybe it's a Ruger 1911 in 460 Roland. That would be a conversion. HK VP9 as of late. Tired of cleaning the lens on the RDS on my 43X MOS. Yeah, I don't carry a red dot on a carry pistol because A, I find them slower to sight. That's just me practicing. And B, when you'll see on tomorrow's video, when Chook was out there with me shooting, his red dot died. Okay, his red dot died. So, it'd be bad to throw it up looking for the dot and you can't find the dot because it's dead, and then you have to look for your iron sights. I mean, that's enough of a split second that you might be taking rounds. That would be bad. Recently picked up a Springfield XDM 10 Elite. It's a good gun. 4.5 inch 10 millimeter. Great shooter so far. There you go. Have you run heavy 220 grains through it? Make sure it can feed those. Like I said, for most people, I recommend getting the 200 grain hard cast from Underwood instead of the 220 because you're going to get a little bit more speed. You're going to get about the same penetration, and you're not going to put all that extra chamber pressure and pressure on the gun, wear and tear on the gun. So, concealed carry is an M60 Model 60, 358. Snubby rocking 357, I'm assuming it means. 125 grain, semi-jacketed hollow point Remington. That's a good one. Yeah, so I don't know if they're good yet, but we just did a test. I plan on editing the video for next week on the new 10 millimeter 100 grain Extreme Defenders, not the 115 grain that they normally put out for 1,700 feet per second. We it was listed at 1825, and it was getting, about the box with the Glock 20, just below that with the Glock 20, which is what you would expect with a Glock 20. It was getting about 100 feet per second below that with the Glock 29, and it was getting with the Glock 40 about 60 feet per second above that, and with the Glock 40 6.5 inch KKM, it really took it up close to 2,000 in the mid 1900s, and then with the 9-inch barrel, it was almost 2,100 feet per second. So yeah, that particular lot number in the 100 grain Extreme Defender from 10 millimeter seemed to be doing good. I mean, almost 2,100 feet per second for 10 millimeter. That's, in a 100 grain bullet, that's getting to about what a 7 or 8 inch 300, blackout's going to do. in a supersonic round. So getting close, in the same ballpark. Not quite there, but getting close. So that's crazy. Canada is crazy. The Canadians just need to rise up and overtake their government. I'm serious. I might get banned on YouTube for saying that, but you guys are your government is absolutely dog piss shit. So is ours, but is what it is. I heard Biden's new gun ban failed for now. Now, I'm sorry. Are the kids around?
So. No, my wife was laughing at what you were saying. I don't think she heard all of it, so she was confused at what you were saying.
I got a cussing.
He's talking about Canada, not us.
Well, our governor is not that much better, but O'Neill, he might find the votes. He did find them to get elected.
But we're not banning powerful hunting rifles right now.
No, but they'll get to it eventually. One thing I dislike about the SIG-STN is that people say it can't slingshot load. What does slingshot load mean? Yep, that's very true. What's up, Christopher 67? Thank you. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Oh, you meant 480. Yeah, Ruger 480. Probably 480. Yep. It's a good gun. My cameraman has one. I got a box of ammo sitting here for it somewhere. Yep. I got a box of extreme penetrators for 480. Yep, I load Acme 500 grain cast in my Ruger Marlin. Blows a big hole clean through them big hogs. There you go. Ruger has a 480. Yep. I actually just ordered a set of 10mm barrels for my Bond Arms Derringer that are 12 inches long. Going to see how hot 10mm loads are in it. Might blow the mechanism up, but that sounds cool. 12 inches, 10mm load. Yeah, okay. Now, if you get rid of that, I'm going to have to buy it from you. I call first dibs if you pull a chook. All right. 500 grain hardcast at Ruger number ones would be vicious for penetration on gun. Yeah, it would be. I don't consider Canada a real country. Yeah, that too. Jack to stop. Old school is the best school. If it's bonded well enough, yeah. There we go. Seditious conspiracy. Springer Precision makes an after-barrel bucket for the XDM Elite 3.8 10mm. Oh, cool. Chuk has one of those. That'll be in next week's video, too. Ban the 51st state, Canada. There you go. Racket after putting the magazine in. Oh, okay. At least you guys have the Second Amendment. You do, too. The Second Amendment is not for Americans only. The Second Amendment is because you are a person created by God or whatever you believe in, and you have God-given right to self-defense using any method you need to defend yourself. Okay? That is a God-given right. You have the Second Amendment too. Your government is tyrannical enough not to recognize it, and you need to fix it if you're living in Canada. Okay? It's partially your fault. Okay? Because you're not doing enough to fix it. Okay?
Canadians are too nice.
Yep. Slingshot means you pull back on the charge handle and let it go. Yeah, that's how you should load a gun. Barred banded solids would be interesting to see versus body armor. Yeah, they would. Got an HK-45 on layaway. Good. Have you tried TSX through ballistics plates? Not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna work on it if I can find the right TSX. It's got to be the 50 grain 22 caliber. We're working on that. I don't have a Bond Arms Derringer. Cool. Air tanks, cool. Surprised throughout history, Canada didn't buy Alaska off the Russians when the U.S. did. That's because Canada was not a nation. It was still owned by the British at the time. And the British and Russia just fought the Crimean War, if I'm not mistaken. Or were about to fight the Crimean War or something like that. Let's see, special edition FDE. Okay, cool. Yeah. Just got done working on a couple of videos. Cool, man.
Yeah, I saw your 300 PRC one.
Yeah. Montana Music's got some pretty good videos. Go check them out. I bury guns in unspecified areas before I choke them. Okay. I don't need to know that. Rights don't come from a bit of paper. It only reaffirms inalienable rights. Thank God we have Clarence Thomas to help revert some of this BS. Hopefully we can get a few more things taken back away from the Fed. Agreed. Yep. What is your experience with the SIG X10? I have not shot it at all yet. Go check out LW Rhodes' channel. He has one. Crimea. Yes, after Crimea. Crimea. Oh, God. Now it's bad dad joke time. So, bad dad joke time. So,
you got a few people laughing at it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yep. Well, Jason here's my cameraman, and he is the worst at bad dad jokes. And by the way, congratulations. He's a new dad. Congratulations, Jason.
Congrats, Jason.
Now he has somebody to annoy all those dad jokes with. All right. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. He's the one who said when we found the bullet in a bag of salt, and he goes, "Of course it's a salt. You shot it." And like I said, that's not the bullet. That's a piece of salt. He goes, "Of course it's a salt. You shot it." That's his dad jokes right there. Oh gosh.
Not bad.
No, that was bad. That was bad. Anyway. Never in wheel guns. Good one, M. Gabriel. All right. Sweet, thanks, mate. I was wondering if the mag issue are across the board or isolated. I'm pretty sure that he didn't have any mag issues until he started running the 230 grain double tap or the 220 grain, the heavy stuff. Like his didn't like the heavy stuff. But you don't need that for bear protection. You run the 200 grain hard cast. Best lever gun, what would you rank? The Marlin SBL is number one. I think so. I think it's got to go that way. But the Henry, I like the Henrys too. I had some issues with my Henry though, and I've got them worked out. But yeah, it's that. Look forward to getting some 45 Super for the HK. Okay, cool. Just gonna say it. Lever. Of course, this is the same guy that says the Taurus Judge is the greatest gun ever. So, I'm just gonna say lever guns are overrated. I really wish a Big Green would build the Remington Model 7, Model 776 or 760 pump action with a tube fed for 4570. I've been working on converting a 410 870 to 4570. That's cool. When you get that conversion, let me know. So. Benedict Arnold drove the Brits to the Great Lakes and wanted to run them off the continent, but the politicians wanted to let them go, so he defected and became a traitor, according to, the History Channel. Yeah. I remember that. What's your favorite hand-loaded cartridge for your 300 bullet weight and powder charge? Well, I haven't really done a lot. All I've done loading for right now is just to do videos on the channel. I haven't really nailed down what the rifle likes and stuff. I guess my favorite one would be the 130 grain TTSX I'd loaded. They were accurate enough. I think they were right around an inch at 100 yards, and they deliver a whole lot of speed. And they'd do fine. It'd be a great caribou deer load. All right. Yeah. That's right, the Model 7. But then they also called their bolt action the Model 7. They had the Model 7 bolt action, which is a short action only 7 millimeter 08 308 700 shorter 700 with 20-inch barrels or an 18 or 20-inch barrels and short. The original pump action was tube fed, called the Model 7. Yeah. Yep. And the 716 7600 are mag fed models, updates to hand neck cartridges. There you go. Henry's, I agree. Shoots 302 8 grain ELDM. There you go. That's pretty nice. If you were getting a general purpose shotgun together, what would you choose? I'd still have to say it. I'd probably, if you found an older Winchester 1300 before they were made in Turkey, I'd say Winchester 1300. You could get different barrels for, different things, like a short barrel for home defense, long barrel for hunting. And that would be that. I have an 870. The older 870s are good. For a while there, while Remington was making crap guns, they had some issues with the 870s. So that's that. All right. Marlin Cowboy holds 12+1 in the mag. Yep, 44 special. That's great. That's cool. Original pump action rifle. It's the Model 7 tube fed for 35 Remington. That's cool. There we go. Here are some Magnum cartridges. Are some Magnum cartridges overrated? Not really, no.
Personal opinion.
Yeah. No, not really. I mean, I have a Model 7 and 7mm 08 Rex Coyotes. Yep, because they had that bolt action and they named that too. My 1100 has never jammed. Very user friendly. Good. That's good. That's also amazing for an 1100, but good. All of the nitro cartridges are overrated. Yeah, pretty much. Rooster Cogburn, this channel is awesome. Glad I found nothing better than Gun Talk. Sweet, man. We try to do this every Tuesday night, but we've been sick lately, and we do that. Sometimes I'll get on my phone and do a live stream while I reload. But most of the time I delete those. So, oh, the nitro. Thanks, man. No, we have a video out every week. We have a live chat every Tuesday night, video out every Wednesday morning for the most part. Sometimes there's videos other times. And we usually try to do at least 1 or 2 shorts a week. So there you go. My 243 Winchester did not F the hide of the Spanish Ram, just the vitals. Okay, cool. Didn't screw up the hide. Thought I had my 6mm arc reloads chambering issue fixed. So I loaded up some more rounds. It won't go all the way in the battery. I was told I should file a couple thousandths off the top to fully seat. I would just back the bullet back farther into the casing, and just make sure you adjust your powder charge accordingly. Yeah, I had the same issue with my 22-250 the other day when we were shooting with Chook. So it would seat, but not quite far enough that the trigger would reset. So it was weird. The trigger was just dead. All right. It was weird. It only did it with my 62 grain TTSX loads. Didn't do it with anything else. So. Yeah. So maybe not. So Peterson's makes some 300 Win Mag long brass, and it's for people who like to play with their cartridge overall length and have extra long chambers. So I actually think it'd be very great for what I'm doing in my rifle, with the Weatherby Vanguard having a little bit longer chamber. I think it would be great, but what do I know? So that's that. Well, thank you, David. Man, I appreciate all the kind words and stuff like that. If you haven't subscribed to Reloading Weatherby, go subscribe to Reloading Weatherby's channel too. So, all right. He's a good man. Our straight pull bolt action rifles still. I think he's asking, are straight pull action rifles still bolt action rifles? I would argue not. I would argue that there's a different mechanic in you pulling it straight pull. So I would argue that they are their own classification, like lever, bolt, straight pull. But they are so similar in build to a bolt action that most people flop them in together with that category. But my argument would be, what's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
My argument would be no. They haven't. So, how has your hunting been? You got a doe, a whitetail doe?
Yeah, I did. So I went up to Wyoming and hunted with bullets for bucks. Went and saw the Weatherby headquarters. Got some 257 Weatherby ammo.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say? You coughed and said something.
No, I didn't. No, I was coughing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something. Anyway,
no.
I was planning on shooting things with my 270, but bullets for bucks made me doubt my rifle. So I had my 300 Weatherby, so he could do a video on it. And I killed the doe with the 300 Weatherby 175 LRX, the same bullet and same load that we did on your channel.
Okay, so like the same lot number, if you will, same. Yeah, cool. And it sledgehammered her right there, didn't it?
Oh yeah, she went down immediately.
Yep. There you go. Only difference is yeah, there you go. I don't think it's bumping the shoulder far enough. Interesting. What reloading? But what do you think about RPM? The RPM Adam on Hootie Who just did a video shooting it out to 1,000 yards. So is it the 6.5 RPM or is it a new 300 RPM?
There's a 338 RPM. It's basically like a 300. It's basically like a 338 Win Mag without the belt. I think it's really good for its niche market, but I think it's a little too niche. It's really going into the really light backcountry rifle for those extreme hunters that want to hike tons and tons of miles, because it comes in at like 5 pounds. But I don't know. If I was to get a 338, I'd just get a 340 Weatherby. So I don't really have a huge interest in the RPM cartridges, but they're good for what they are.
I will say that bullets for bucks 6.5 RPM. You know, he killed that caribou at 400 something yards with it. So that's the only experience I've seen with it. So older 870s. Yep. Pain of converting the 410 shotgun is machining a barrel and bolt to lock together. I want to use the rotating bolt star like an AR-15. This May I can still unscrew the barrel for easy cleaning. Yeah, there you go. I wouldn't even care if it was a fixed barrel and you needed to take out the trigger guard to clean into the action. That wouldn't be a bad thing there either. I'm a huge fan of bullet test videos. Thank you. I'm pumped to see that Accubons. Yeah, I've got 300 Win Mag Accubon long range and LRX going to pit up against each other. This is probably going to be springtime before I do any more rifle stuff. It's going to be handgun stuff for a while. Yep. Considering CX bullets after I use all my TTSX and LRX after your 30-06 test. There you go. I think the TTSX and LRX are still a better bullet, but the CX it did well. I mean, if it shoots more accurately than gun, use it. If LRX and TTS shoot more accuracy, use those. Tactic FUD with the multi-lug bolt head be able to handle a 4570? There's a good point. Could you use a bolt like the 7600? Yeah, there you go. So that's an interesting project. Once you get it done, let me know. I'll do a video on it. Fly it up here to Anchorage. But yeah, no. Love the 300 Weatherby. Been taking muleys with the 165 grain Hornady for many years. There you go.
I assume it's your factory ammo. That one's moving.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So
it's going 3,400 feet per second.
So are you going to get up here this spring and try to do some bear hunting?
I don't know.
Take 10 days off. Come up here. We'll go to a few different spots. So I know a place that's overrun with a lot of good black bears. So, and then, we can black bear hunt across the street from my house. I mean, but if you want the wilderness experience, I got that too. So, yeah. Love the 168 grain AMAX in my 30-06. There you go. At Fierce Rifles, employee dropped an elk at 1,000 with the 7mm PRC one shot. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure they're using your favorite bullet too.
Well, yeah, they'd have to get anything expanded that distance. That being said, I've actually shot VMAX at water jugs at 500 and 600 yards, and I've had a 50-50 on whether the VMAX would expand or not at that distance. Like, I walked up to it thinking I missed it, and there were like 8 little holes in it, all leaking water, So, yes, the multi-lug handled fine. They use multi-lug bucks for many high-powered guns. I'm using World War II steel for the bolt face, so that will take the pressure all day long with a 6 spline. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I got to see this project when you get done with it, man. I'll share the video. You got to come up here and shoot it. A pump action 45-70. I like it. So, I like it a lot. Main reason I'm using an 870 410 is the steel frame is better. Yeah, that's true. So, that makes sense. This is going to be a cool project. So, what's your next gun after this 257?
Not sure. I'm going to the range tomorrow to do some accuracy tests and velocity tests with the 257. So should be fun.
There you go. Cool. Anything that could hold 458 Win Mag will hold with the 45-70 beyond the Ruger. Yeah, there you go. Yep. I'm not sure about bear hunting there. I guess if you sleep on Kodiak Island, you're giving the bears a chance to get you while sleeping. So it's more sporting. Oh, that's anywhere, man. Shoot. I had a guy at my church had a black bear break into his house. He had his didn't have many guns at the time. He had his Glock 27 that he used as a backup gun on duty and shot it 9 times through the heart with that. I shoot sandbar with an AMAX, dropped on the spot. There you go. What's up, NY Prepper? Hope you had a good day of hunting. So, anyway, there you go. Been reloading with the Hornady bullets for 40 years, so I'm old. Yeah.
Nice.
Hornady's best bullet are their Interbond and their CX bullet. So. My local FFL wants me to finish it, and he wants to get his manufacturing license to do conversions. It's been a pain. Luckily, 45-7 is close to the same width and length as 410. There you go. Yep, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
I did.
High Point 1095 10mm. Thoughts on that? They seem to run. I mean, if you like it, get it. I wouldn't buy one personally because A, they're ugly, and B, they only have a single stack mag function. But if you're just wanting a carbine 10mm, do it. I mean, I think they're around $430 the last time I saw one here. So it is what it is. They're cheap carbine, but they tend to run. Turkey Day was good. Yep. There's a video with a dispute where a snowmobiler had to take on a moose with a 10mm Glock. Yeah, I've seen that. Have seen heaps of sandbar deer here in Australia. Yeah, I bet you do. Cool. Thanks for joining in all the way in Australia, man. Appreciate it. What's up, Christopher Abernathy? How you doing? Can't blow up a High Point either. That's that. Yep. Still getting over this cough thing I had. It's been crazy. That's that. So my next project is getting the rounds ready to do my 22-250 versus body armor. And so I'm getting the rounds ready for that. I've got a bunch of brass that I'm going to put powder in sometime this week, and we're going to load them up with M855 ball. And we're going to load up some M855A1 as well. And so that's pretty cool. Any tips for the 40-mile caribou hunt? Try to get ahead of where they're going. We heard they were in Circle, so we drove to Circle, and then they were 50 miles into the wilderness west of Circle, 20 to 50 miles west of Circle by the time we got up there. So try to figure out where the herd is and get where it's going to be, not where it was when people tell you where it was at. That's what I want. That's the only thing I can tell you with that. 22-250 solid. So yeah, I've got M855 ball. I've got M855A1. I got 40 grain full metal jacket. Might shoot some 50 grain TSX if I can find it there. Almost no gun chat down under. Our government sucks. Yep. Hey, that's your fault. You got to fix it. You've got to fix it. What's up, Gorilla HD? You're up late for the East Coast, man. All right. My buddy took his apart and smooth and stone and everything, and the thing runs better. There you go. Sorry to hear that, Tika. You guys have so much land to hunt on. There you go. There's some great shooting channels in Australia. Have you seen Mark and Sam After Work? It's a great channel. Yeah. And then there's shooting stuff, Australia. Next video is going to be XDM38 velocity versus G29 velocity at all factory barrels. You haven't done that test, have you? I did it last week with a certain kind of ammo, and the XDM, like I would suspect, gets a little bit more velocity. Not because the barrel's a 1/10 of an inch longer, but because it's got a stainless steel guide rod and better lockup than the Glock. So I would say you're going to see about, I think it was about between 30 and 60 feet per second difference between the two. And I love my G29, but really the XDMs are better guns than a lot of the Glock 10 millimeters. But I'm a Glock fan, so. Australian water buffalo supposed to be really massive and tough to kill. Yeah, I've heard about that. Canada's oppressing the people, and they have oil. Here comes some liberation and freedom. Just joking here. Yeah, there you go. The pain of the 14 inches, the barrel is going to be heavy, and I worry about it being out of balance, so I may drill the stock and put lead in it. There you go. Yeah, Mark and Sam After Work, they're great. Mark and the same Sam, and the 45-120 ALR art was awesome. Yeah, they have some good stuff. If you haven't checked out that channel, man, they're great, and they're nice guys. They'll respond to you in the comments and stuff too. They took all our semis and pumps off of us. Well,
didn't you guys hand those in?
Yeah, you handed them. They didn't take them. You guys handed them in. So 260 rips is Aussie. There you go. My friend shot buffalo. He used a 220 grain Woodley. There you go. Dartman and the neighbor are the best long range hunter, and it's on YouTube in my eyes. There you go. So there's a lot of good Australian stuff in here, man. You know, but if you want gun freedom, you pretty much have a choice of like certain Middle Eastern countries or the United States. That's pretty much it. My Australian friends buy a 3D printer. I bet they got that regulated too. Well, they would have come to our house if we didn't. Good. That's a tactical advantage for you. It's like, if they come to my house, they're going to get, lead from the guns. Did you put in for all your hunts yet? Yes. Yes, I did. So. M1A, M14 is kind of a roll system, open top, so more like a jam. And they have good magazines. So they do all right. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, so we put in for the Placer River, 20-mile river area moose hunt. So that's going to be good. Me and a friend. So. I really feel like people don't understand cops won't give up theirs lives, but for a pension, but just your freedoms. Yep, there you go. The day they pull that here is the day I drive my Chevy to the levee, drinking whiskey and rye. Have fun with that. I've been watching the states. I want to come live in Florida. There you go.
Florida.
There's no good hunting in Florida other than a few black bears that are small and deer that are small and hogs and alligators. But
just go to Wyoming.
Yeah, that's not a bad place. It's always windy there, though.
Oh yeah, it's terrible, but good for hunting.
I really feel like people don't understand cops. Okay, we've already read that. Been hand loading Hornady bullets and IMR powders for years. Taught me my father and a different calibers. Get all my hunting guns to shoot under an inch with practice. Yep. There you go. The Chevy will break down. Yeah. Gators and hogs and Burmese python. There you go. Great. Yeah, there's great fishing in Florida, especially bass fishing. Great bass fishing in Florida.
And then there's Florida man.
Yep, and there's always Florida man. There you go. There you go. Yep. I grew up in Georgia. If you want like the experience, like you should try like the Georgia coast, because you get all the benefits of Georgia without the like horrible parts of Florida. So you should try like Brunswick or Savannah. Go inland a little bit, hunt actual white-tailed deer that are big. Or how much do you think it would cost to remake a Luger from scratch? Go find a gunsmith and be willing to drop him $7,000. Nissan Frontier never breaks. There you go. Seen a deer hunting video from the Mid-South. That guy picked up a doe and threw it on his shoulders. LOL. There you go. What's the hunting seasons for you, rifle up there? Rifle is September 17th to November 30th here. Man, we don't have we have like areas of the state, game management units. They all have different regulations, but if I wanted to, I can go hunt anything with a rifle any time of year. Except for moose. But yeah. Almost want wild hogs here in BC. Lay the snack down with the 270S. There you go. Yeah, Georgia has some huge caverns somewhere. I forgot where they're at. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. We were the most locked down city in the world, 280 days. I'd love to live in America, not New York or Cali. Well, those aren't America anyway. We just kind of claim them as the red-headed stepchild. But yeah, no. You don't want to live in Illinois or New Jersey either. For their gun, or Hawaii, for their gun laws. But yeah, I mean, Texas is good. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Missouri.
Basically all the red states.
Yeah, basically all the red states. That's correct. But be prepared. We'll probably fight a civil war or a second war of liberal aggression, if you will, in the next few years. But, that's that. They're so cute. Maryland, Massachusetts, all bad. Hunter Kirk says go to Idaho. Oregon just turned bad. Yep, there's a bunch of places that are bad. Well, guys, it's been almost an hour. I'm gonna help my wife get the kids to bed. She's fixing homemade pizza for me, so I'm actually starving. So, and it's gluten, dairy, and soy free and corn free for me. So anyway, guys. God bless. Take care. Don't forget to join our arms directory page and our MeWe page. And make sure you do all that so you can get our affiliate links. And y'all take care. Stay safe. God bless. We'll see you at the range.